Hey YouTube, today I'm going to show you what I use to remove the barrel off of my Smith & Wesson M&P15-22. Now if you look on the internet or on YouTube, you'll find out that you've got a couple different options. The first is you can actually buy the barrel nut wrench from a couple different manufacturers that range anywhere from $25 to $40 plus shipping. The other option that I've seen on a couple forums and even on YouTube is to use PVC pipe. I opted for the PVC pipe, but as you can see, that option didn't really work for me. Now this could have happened for a couple different reasons. The first thing is, since I bought this gun used, the previous owner could have tightened it too tight, which made the PVC pipe break. The other thing that could have happened is the fact that I'm using some old PVC pipe. It may have lost its strength. I looked around my garage for another option, and this is what I came up with. It's basically the same concept as the PVC pipe, but it's using steel. This is 1-inch square tubing with a wall thickness of 0.080. There's quite a few videos out there showing how to disassemble and remove the barrel, so I'm going to skip all those steps and basically just show you how I made this tool. Now obviously there's an easier, more precise way to do this, but I'm doing this with simple tools that anybody might have laying around in their garage. The first thing I did was clean up this edge that's going to be notched on the wire wheel. The next thing I did was mark where my notches are going. I did this by going in about 0.425 inches in from each side and putting a mark. This should end up giving me about a 0.17 inch wide notch. Now that my lines are marked on there, I'm ready to start cutting. Now before you start hacking your lines with your hacksaw, it might be a good idea to get a good starting point with a smaller file. That's what I did. It seemed to work pretty good. I used electrical tape to mark down about 3/16 of an inch. Then just take your hacksaw and cut straight down. I just used a little hacksaw like this because it was easier to keep my lines all straight. Once you get all your lines cut to the right depth, you want to use your hacksaw again and cut along the edge of the electrical tape. Once you get it to this point, you can just use pliers, bend it off, and then clean it up with a file. Then do the same thing to the other four corners. Once you finish that, you can remove the tape and clean up your edges with a file. Unfortunately, once you get to this point, you're not quite done. As you can see here, it'll slide over your barrel, but it won't actually rotate. So what you're going to actually need to do is grind all the corners so they look like this. Once you're done grinding the corners here, you'll want to test it out. So slide it carefully on the barrel until it stops. Once it stops, you want to rotate it. If it doesn't rotate, then you need to grind more off your corners. If it does rotate but doesn't drop in the slots, then you need to file down your notches so it'll actually drop in. If you look in there, you should be able to see it drop right in there. And you're good to go. And there it goes. And at that point, you basically just turn it, unscrew it till it comes all the way out. If you have any questions about this, comment in the video below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching.